What's up, guys? It's Connor with TGN here, and today I'm going to be cleaning out another computer for you guys, but this time it's going to be a laptop because a lot of you guys were requesting a laptop cleaning guide, and a lot of comments I replied to and say I might not do one because they're just so similar in how they're cleaned out and what's inside laptops, and I really tried to explain in my last video about what to look for and what to clean out, and really it's still the same thing applies. You're going to look for fans, anything that takes in air and puts out air. That's where the dust is going to come in and out of the computer, and you want to definitely look out for that. Also, you're going to be wanting to look out for USB ports along the side right here, things like that. You want to just go ahead and briefly brush over, but that's pretty simple. There are a lot of like cleaning out a computer from dust is really simple. A lot of people are saying, anybody that really cares about the computer already knows these things, and yeah, a lot of people do already know these, but a lot of people did find it helpful, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one for a laptop as well. Now that being said, I'm going to do this on my Dell Latitude E6500 computer. Now this isn't a supercomputer like my Alienware. It is actually just a Core 2 Duo, so it's not going to be crazy exciting on the internals like the last computer. Now, you need to know your computer. Usually on the front you'll have the monitor, and on the back is where everything is stored. That's for all computers. I haven't seen anything crazier like that for laptops. But that being said, you're going to need to know where are the screws. Make sure you unscrew every single screw on the back here. For my laptop, there's actually screws along the sides. You don't need to mess with these. This is going to be for taking out extra USB ports. This is going to be for taking out my CD and DVD drive. Comes out right here. You can see right there. Go ahead and briefly, I'll go in there and get a little bit of dust out, but it's not going to be too much because that's pretty enclosed. That being said, though, once you have your screw unscrewed, I use my handy hammer screwdriver tool. This is the coolest thing ever. If you guys haven't seen them, there's a screwdriver right here, and then inside there's a mini screwdriver with another screwdriver and another scrother. So it's like 10 tools in one. Actually it's 5, but I'll go with 10. That's cool. So you go ahead and unscrew all your screws. I actually only have one that holds the back on. The other ones over here are actually to hold in the hard drive, and that is that. So I'll go ahead and take the back cover off. That's extremely dirty. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, whatever. I'm getting distracted here. So, in the laptop, you'll see there is one fan. Now, whoa, there's only one fan. My other computer has 4, and that's because it's a desktop. The cooling on desktops is a lot better usually. Laptops, everything's compressed as well, so there's not as many fans. You can see the RAM cards are actually elevated a little bit, better cooling there. And they're a lot smaller as well, and that's because in laptops a lot of things are trying to be compressed. Now you do lose a lot of quality by compressing things, but it is better than having a huge desktop to carry around and things like that. That being said, right here is my hard drive. Most computers' hard drives will be located around the sides for better cooling. Also, you'll find a lot of laptops don't have hard drive cooling fans or RAM cooling fans like desktops do. Like I said, just for compression. What you'll look out for is you don't have to take your hard drive out. I'm not going to in this video. 1, because I'm too lazy to unscrew it, and 2, because I actually took out the hard drive about 3 weeks ago because it's a new hard drive. I had a 60 gig in there and then I replaced it with 500. But you can take it out and look for dust if you're so inclined to do that. Over here, you're going to have some essentials, video cards, things like that. You don't need to mess with unscrewing this at all. You can actually leave that where it is because it is completely enclosed, so you don't have to worry about too much dust. Other than dust build up inside, but that's not going to be a huge deal at all. So you usually don't have to mess with things that are super covered up like this. Just want to be clearing out the back side here. So what I'm going to start out with doing here is just grab my can of air here and just lightly spraying over things like the fans, especially. You want to kind of go over a little bit here. Hold the fan still so it doesn't spin, just to make sure you for sure get all of that dust out of there. And there's not too much dust in my computer because, like I said, I actually opened it up not too long ago and was dealing with all the cleaning there. So right here in this crack is right by the fan. I'm going to be going ahead and cleaning out that dust there as well, and making sure I don't turn it upside down just like last time. Make sure I get everything all out of there. And on the back here I also have a docking station port, so I'm going to go ahead and clean all that out, make sure there's no dust in there, no dirt or anything like that built up. The RAM discs, or the RAM cards, you're going to have to either take out, if your computer's kind of hard to access them, you don't really have to take them out. They usually are elevated like this, so you can just spray in between them, let's make sure that was upside down. So you can go ahead and spray in between them and things like that, but I'm going to go ahead and take them out so we can get a better clean on them. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Alright. So here are the mini RAM cards. They're so cool to look at because it's so much compression in there. And mine's not too dirty, but I'll go ahead and lightly spray over it first. Just a little bit. I'll set that aside and get the next one popped out of here. There we go. There we go. All right. Make sure there's no dust. And also spray in the ports that hold them in themselves. Go ahead and get that nice and clean. We'll go ahead and put these back in there. All right. All right. There's one. There's another. Make sure they're not touching. There we go. Alright, so that's put back together. And all these ports, all these slots along the bottom are actually exposed usually. Let's see if I'm right now. They're not usually exposed, but you can see right here, dust is going to be coming in right here, and they could get in all of these as well. So you're going to want to spray into there and just kind of get all that nice and cleaned out. And there you go in there. And that's pretty much it. You know, go along the backside here. But every computer is going to be built a little bit different. But like I said, just aim for the fans. And RAM usually gets a little bit dusty if it has its own fan, which a lot of computers don't. Unless you have like a desktop replacement, it might. That being said, hard drive you can also take out if you're so inclined to do so. No big reason to do that unless it's got a hard drive fan. You kind of spray around it right here. If you don't really mess with your computer, if you're not super decent with putting it back together, and it's really minimum stuff. Just make sure the ports line up and put things back where they go, and just remember what you did. It's usually good. Not too much confusing stuff. And unless you're a computer tech or stuff like that, if things are covered, don't really want to mess with unscrewing them and things like that. Kind of can lead to complications, so you don't have to do that. Also, if you have a battery that comes off, you can actually go ahead and clean in here as well. And this is really good to do as well. Just go ahead and lightly go over everything in the back here, because this is all going to get super dusty. Like I said, also you're going to have to go through all your ports in the back, front, plugs, all that stuff. But usually, you know, you don't have too much problems with laptops getting super dusty. You can see here when I take this out, there's actually a whole new area where dust can come in. I'm going to go ahead and clean that out as well. Get that all nice and clean. And there we go. Let's make sure this is cleaned out. And usually it's pretty simple for laptops. Laptops seem to be a lot easier, mainly because, like I said, they don't collect a lot of dust. Where the desktops get all the dust from is from the ground. Being that desktops are usually on the ground, if you want to keep it dust-free or less dust, you can't really keep it dust-free, you can actually go ahead and put it on a desk or something like that. Will make it a lot easier to have less dust, just because you won't have to worry about the floor. And the floor is where everything falls to, whether it be like cat hair, dog hair, just dust over time. If you have a ceiling fan and it's always moving things around, that's another thing that can lead to having more dust in your computer. So you always have to watch out for pretty much everything with your computers. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more tips, tricks, things like that for computers and whatnot, any guides you guys want to see, not super crazy things, I guess. I'm not going to be building a computer anytime soon. I wanted to build, actually I had built one in the past, but that's kind of been out of date. That was a few years ago, so I actually ended up getting an Alienware. And a lot of people were saying, oh my gosh, Alienwares are overpriced and they suck and blah blah blah. I disagree completely. Alienwares are kind of pricey, yes, but all computers are that aren't self-built. And if you look at an Apple computer, don't even get me started on how overpriced they are. They're like, for a Core 2 Duo, you're getting like $1,000 for that. This laptop isn't even close to $1,000. It's a Core 2 Duo, 2 gigs of RAM, and just a simple graphics card. So that being said, I agree Alienwares are kind of pricey. All laptops are, though, especially Apple computers. They are, wow, that was loud. Not to worry, though. Apple computers are just way overpriced for what you're getting. That 2 gigabytes of RAM, and then Core 2 Duo CPU. Even if they overclock it a little bit, yay, it's still not a great computer. That's my rant for today, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any more tips, tricks, things like that you want to see in a video, please leave that in the comments below. Toss us a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter. That's Connor at ConnorTGN. I keep mixing everything up. You can email me, Connor@tgn.tv. You can also watch my live stream that I do on occasion. You can go ahead and follow me there. That is ConnorTGN. That's on Justin TV. Justin.tv/ConnorTGN. You can also watch our 24/7, 7 days a week live stream that we're going to be doing at TGN. This is going to be pretty cool, guys. If you haven't heard yet, there's a video, an announcement video you can go watch on TGN. It's very recent. Hangus did it, and a lot of directors are in on this. I'm in on this. It's going on now, even. I bet. I watched it yesterday for a little bit. There's some StarCraft 2 on there, and it's good stuff. So a lot of stuff coming in the future, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace.